Once upon a time, a poor fisherman lived in a humble hut by the sea with his wife. Every day, he went out in his small boat to cast his net, hoping for a good catch. Though their life was simple, they had enough to get by. Yet his wife was never content. She always longed for more. One day, as the fisherman was pulling in his net, he felt something heavy. To his surprise, he caught a large flounder. But when he hauled it aboard, the fish spoke. "Please let me go," said the flounder. "I am not an ordinary fish. I am an enchanted prince. If you release me, I will grant you any wish you desire." The fisherman was taken aback, but being kind-hearted, he decided to let the fish go without asking for anything in return. He gently returned it to the sea and went back home. That evening, he told his wife what had happened. She was not pleased. "You let the magical fish go without asking for anything?" she scolded. "What were you thinking? Go back and ask it for something better. Look at this miserable hut we live in. We should have a nice cottage." The fisherman hesitated but obeyed his wife. He went to the sea and called out, "Flounder, flounder in the sea, come, I pray thee, here to me. For my wife, good Ilsebil, wills not as I'd have her will." The flounder appeared from the water and asked, "What does she want?" "She wants a cottage," said the fisherman. "Go home," the flounder replied. "She has it already." When the fisherman returned, he found their old, run-down hut had been replaced by a cozy little cottage. His wife was pleased at first, but within a few days, she began to complain again. "This cottage is too small. I want a grand castle," she declared. Reluctantly, the fisherman went back to the sea. This time, the water was darker and the sky had grown cloudy. "Flounder, flounder in the sea." "She wants a castle," said the fisherman. "Go home," said the flounder. "She has it." The fishermen returned to find their cottage had transformed into a grand castle, with towers, beautiful gardens, and servants. His wife was overjoyed at first, but soon she grew discontent once more. "This castle is fine, but I want to be king," she demanded. The fisherman was uneasy, but went back to the sea. The waves were crashing and the wind howled. "Flounder, flounder in the sea." "She wants to be king," said the fisherman. "Go home," said the flounder. "She is king." When the fisherman returned, he found that his wife had been crowned king, sitting on a throne, surrounded by riches and power. But even then, she was not happy. "I want to be emperor," she said. The fisherman begged her to be content with what she had, but she insisted. So, he went back to the sea once more, where the sky was now black with storm clouds. "Flounder, flounder in the sea?" "She wants to be emperor," the fisherman said. "Go home," said the flounder. "She is emperor." When the fisherman returned, his wife was sitting on a golden throne, draped in fine clothes and surrounded by advisors. Yet she still was not satisfied. "I want to be pope," she demanded. The fisherman was horrified. "You can't be pope, that's too much." But his wife was determined. She shouted at him to go, and he went to the sea again. The waters were violent and thunder cracked in the sky. "Flounder, flounder in the sea." "She wants to be pope," said the fisherman. "She is pope," said the flounder. The fisherman returned to find his wife now sitting on a golden papal throne, wearing the papal tiara and receiving the worship of people who knelt before her. But she still wasn't content. "I want to be like God," she said. "Go to the fish and ask it to make me like God." The fisherman was terrified. "You can't ask for that," he protested. But his wife was insistent, and he returned to the sea for the final time. The storm was fierce now, and lightning lit up the sky. "Flounder, flounder in the sea?" "She wants to be like God," the fisherman said, trembling. There was a long silence. Then the flounder answered, "Go home. She is sitting in the old hovel again." The fisherman turned and walked back, his heart heavy. When he arrived, he found the beautiful palace, the throne, and the riches were all gone. His wife was sitting in their old, run-down hut, just as they had been when they started. And so the fisherman and his wife were once again poor and lived in their humble hut by the sea. From that day on, they never wished for anything more, and they learned to be content with what they had.